Hi everyone. I thought I would kick off this interview by doing a basic intro. My name is Sean Simpson and I'm an actor and content creator from Dundee, Scotland. I was born 31st of March 2000. I'm an Aries. My favourite colour is blue and I would prefer the summertime to the wintertime because in summer you're a lot more active and the weather is much nicer. So the reason why I'm interested in acting is because years ago I saw the film Air Force One and I saw the way Gary Oldman performed and he was so intense, he was so versatile, he performed amazingly good, and since then Air Force One's been one of my favourite films. And after seeing the way Gary Oldman acted, I thought maybe I want to do something like that. And also, at a young age, I was diagnosed with the autism spectrum, so certain aspects of human interaction is very difficult for me and very challenging. But when I'm on stage, or for instance, whenever I'm behind the camera, which is not often I get to do that, but when I'm on stage, I feel alive, like I'm free to be another character. So that's essentially the reason why I'm interested in acting. Yes, I started to study acting in 2023, starting an NC level. While I was an NC, we did a performance of Wasted by K Tempest. This was an internalised performance. This meant that only staff and students of the acting and performance department could see the show. After that, I was in HNC and we did a performance of The Invincibles by Amanda Whittington, and that was about women's football and how that came to be during World War One. After that, I did HND, and that's the course that I'm currently doing now. And we just did a performance of Love and Information by Carol Churchill, where the play was in a kaleidoscope, meaning that the plot constantly changed every time it shifted scenes, and this was a show where I played multiple characters. So I joined up with the Dundee Dramatic Society in December of 2019. And the reason why I joined up with the DDS is because I had previously tried to get into NC acting and performance in May of 2019, but I got turned down as a result of a lack of experience, so I came to the DDS to get some said experience. My first ever job with the DDS was some backstage roles. I was on props for a show called what's the show called again? I forget. Anyway, we did the show, and then suddenly COVID-19 came along, so I ended up not doing any acting and performance related stuff for the next 2 years. In August 2022, I returned to the Dundee Dramatic Society and we did a show called Prescription Murder. I worked backstage on that too with set design. And Prescription Murder was a show about Columbo, and it was based off the original TV series starring Peter Falk. Afterwards, in December of 2022, I got my first ever role playing Brinton in It Could Be Any One of Us by Alan Ayckbourn. Then after that, I worked backstage doing another show called The 39 Steps. After that, I did The Stranger. I didn't act in that, I just worked backstage doing props. And then I acted as Private Cheeseman in the show Dad's Army, which is based off the original TV series Dad's Army. And I've also done some front of house duties for the Dundee Dramatic Society on other shows if I'm not directly involved in other shows. And the recent show that I took part in with the DDS was a show called Ghost Train. Again, I was doing props. Recently, I've been having a go at being a writer. Mainly, I want to do stuff like plays and screenplays. And the reason why I've been having a go at that is because I've got a very active imagination. So I'd like to see what happens if I bring all that stuff to life on a piece of paper or on a Word document. So far, I've managed to successfully complete two screenplays. However, I haven't submitted anything just yet. I'm currently in the middle of writing my third screenplay, but I've been putting that off recently as a result of the Christmas holidays and things like that. But I am going to try and get around to it at some point. I'm also currently writing a 15-minute play as part of my specialisms unit. So that's pretty much what I have to say in terms of writing. One thing that I enjoy doing as a hobby is baking. Like, I'll do stuff like fudge, I'll do stuff like cheesecakes, although I really tend to do that occasionally because cheesecakes can be very difficult. I've also done stuff like cookies, and recently I've done stuff like banana loaf, and that's proven to be quite popular. Sometimes the Dundee Dramatic Society would request that I bring in a particular item. What I do religiously is I bring in stuff that I've baked into the little theatre. That's the name of the building that the Dundee Dramatic Society owns. I bring that into the theatre as a way of congratulating them for completing a show, and it's proven to be very popular with them. I have no idea what I'm going to bake next. Like, I've gotten requests to do stuff like scones, and I'm actually thinking of doing another type of loaf. I think the most favourite thing that I've baked so far is a Terry's chocolate orange cheesecake. And I also liked doing the fudge variant of that as well. So, yeah. So, in terms of celebrities, I like Eddie Murphy, I like Will Ferrell, I like Adam Sandler, I like Jim Carrey, I also like Jack Black, Will Smith, and there's tons of celebrities that I like. In terms of music, I like Eminem, I like The Script. I think that's about it when it comes to music. Oh, and one celebrity that I don't like is Mike Myers. And the reason why I'm not a fan of him is not because of anything personal, but because I find his humour to be way too predictable. In my opinion, in my personal opinion and experience, humour has to come when you least expect it. But with Mike Myers' films, I just find them to be I just find them to be way too predictable, if you know what I mean. What I would say to an actor and performer who's just starting out, eventually at some point you will encounter failures and setbacks. So, like for instance, if you're going to an audition and you don't get the part, my advice to you is to eventually keep trying. Other auditions will come along and eventually you will get one and things will work out. And you know, this doesn't have to just apply to auditions. It could be a job interview that you don't succeed at getting, and it could be a submission that you've failed to turn in or you don't pass the test. Don't worry, eventually things will work out if eventually you just keep trying. The only way you can ever truly be a failure is if you just give up and stop trying. In terms of my goals for 2026, I want to complete my current HND course. I want to do at least one voice acting gig. I want to gain some experience as a director. I want to submit at least one of my screenplays and complete the one that I'm currently doing. Maybe, just maybe, I want to learn how to drive. and I also want to improve on my musical talent. I think that's pretty much all I can think of at the moment. And so, this concludes my interview. If you've got any questions or feedback, please feel free to leave a comment, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.